as simple as hitting the button. Apparently I missed it the first time. There we go. All right. Well, now that I'm live on Facebook and YouTube, welcome. Highlights and high fives. This is an opportunity for me to share with you some of the things that I think are worth highlighting and give some celebratory high fives to those supporting a good community, at least my definition of what I think a good community is. The second definition when I Google community is a sense of or a feeling of fellowship, shared interests and goals and attributes versus the first one. It's just a collection of people in a certain place, basically. So I'm after a feeling of fellowship and community and a place of belonging and those kind of things. So anyway, I'm Derek Schwinn, your host for this, local real estate professional with Keller Williams. My wife owns a dance studio, been here since '93, all kinds of stuff. But I really like this community, chose to stay here back like 2009 after graduating and finishing up with school and everything. So anyway, it's a place I plan to be for a long time. So as we move forward, I look forward to getting more involved in the community and connecting with more folks. And part of that is this live stream every Friday at 9 o'clock. So hopefully they're bringing you some value. But if not, hopefully here's your opportunity to tell me how I can do a better job. I'm really excited to do this. I plan on starting my Good Stuff Marysville podcast back up after the first of the year. And doing short stories and reels, diving into different topics in the community, trying to have better conversations with folks. So really looking forward to that, really excited for that. I've tried to do the social media thing so many times. It's such a challenging thing, always apprehensive and nervous to jump on here and talk to people and put myself out and give my opinions and whatnot. But this is probably the first time I've actually been excited to do it. So for any of you who've followed along and supported me through those struggles, I appreciate it and look forward to moving forward. To get some more movement out of my connections. So we've got three big asks right now and hopefully give you some information moving forward. But I think one of the things that we can always use more of is more trust and more transparency and more leadership in our community and the unification of that leadership to around that feeling of fellowship and common goals and interests that we're after. So I really want to dive into the leadership of the community, chat with them, get some first-person conversation, gather some comments and questions from you guys, from social media, from wherever, to ask these folks and these leaders in our community. They're tasked with leading us into tomorrow and the future and building a better community and all that corny stuff. So anyway, who might you be interested to hear from? Who would be helpful to hear from? I really like having conversation. That's why I'm excited to do this, to get to talk to these folks, get to talk to more of you. But who would be helpful to hear from? Who would be interesting to not hear on city council, hear just a regular old conversation like is getting more popular in long-form content these days? Excuse me. So I would appreciate any input you've got on who you'd like to hear from. Reach out, let me know. 2, what do you think would be interesting to learn about in the community? There's so many things in the community. There's different conversations about restaurants that we need to have, businesses or services. In the years I've been here, I've seen stuff come and I've seen stuff go. Some of that people have called for and said we've needed, but then I talk to the proprietor of the business or the owner, and they say people don't come out and support it. So anyway, there's some conversations and storylines like that I'm interested to investigate and kind of get into. It's really cool to see a lot of other news kind of outlets popping up and getting traction here in the community. Like I've said before, Joe C. with Marysville Matters is doing a great job. He was a previous radio reporter, I believe. And, he's doing a great job sharing some information. Union County Daily Digital's been around for a while and some different sources out there. And they're doing a great job. That is not my forte. Devil's in the details, and I don't always pay attention to all the details when it comes to this kind of stuff. I like getting out in the community, boots on the ground, having conversations, telling the stories, understanding the stories, and understanding what's going on out there and trying to connect with people. So anyway, there's a bunch of stories I'd like to dive into and learn some more things, connect with some more people, see what's going on out there. So if you've got any suggestions on that or angles to look at things and kind of inquire and see what's going on and learn what's happened in the past, what's happening in the future, what we want to do as a community moving forward. And a lot of the developing communities, I went and bought something off Facebook Marketplace from a guy in Johnstown that said they're trying to figure out who they want to be as a community when they grow up. And I think we're in that same spot. And a lot of other communities that are growing are in the same spot. So, yeah, being part of the conversation of what should we be when we grow up as a community, and what do we want for next generations. Lastly, what are the things that bring us together? What are the community building activities out there that you're doing that I can support and I can share and I can promote? Maybe tell stories about what's going on, share the good stuff. Really enjoy doing that and connecting with those activities out there, and promoting the community building aspects that are out there. I asked ChatGPT some questions yesterday that I thought kind of were interesting. I asked what were the concerns of the community here in the area, just to see what it would say, and somewhat testing it. And they said, or ChatGPT, not they. ChatGPT said education in schools, local economy and jobs, housing development, public safety, community and recreation, healthcare and well-being, transportation and infrastructure, youth programs and activities. Sorry, I decided not to create any slides on here and share my screen of any of this stuff, so I'm just going to read it. I know it's kind of boring, sorry. I'll get better in the future, as I keep saying. And one of the things I asked was, what's the government doing to address these things? Comprehensive plan, infrastructure, projects, downtown development, and community engagement. Community engagement, events like State of the City provides a platform for city leaders to share updates and gather feedback from residents. These sessions allow for transparency and collaboration on priorities. A lot of the concerns that are there, I don't necessarily think are things that the government can take care of. Sometimes I think we're tasking them with doing a lot of those things, but I think that's a grassroots thing that we got to kind of, transportation and infrastructure, that's something the city obviously needs to head up. Well-being, I think that's a community-led thing. Youth programs and activities, that should be community-led and kind of grassroots. Community and recreation, public safety, and education in schools, I think, kind of is a community thing too. As we're getting bigger, it's more of a challenge to do that. So anyway, what are the things that can bring us together? I know the city's got plenty of plans, comprehensive plan for developing this, building this road, or building that road, and throughways and all the things that they talk about at State of the City or City Council or whatever it might be. So yeah, there's lots of plans there, but what else is going on? So hopefully I can support something you've got going on out there. I appreciate you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, do all the things. Obviously that's how things work. Hopefully we can build a better community moving forward. If that doesn't sound too corny to you, come along for the journey. Let me know how I can be supportive. And again, I'm always calling for engagement. The more we engage, the more we learn, the more we understand. And unfortunately, I can't participate in this next point. That's part of why I'm doing this, is because I can't be on city council. Well, I guess my computer's not plugged in since I wasn't prepared, but I was going to show you, city council has a vacancy. At-large city council member for the remaining one-year term of January 1 of 25 through the end of 25. Applicants must reside in the city of Marysville and not occupy an incompatible office. To apply, please send a letter of interest and resume to Clerk of Courts, Mackenzie Proudfoot, at mproudfoot@marysvilleohio.org by January 13th. So get engaged. That's one opportunity if you live in the city. If you like getting into politics and dealing with these problems from the head of the pack, hopefully I can support you in the future. Anyway, again, like I said, here to help. Hopefully I can help you get out and engage more and share good stuff you got going on. Until next time, take care.